Good evening, this is your Psychic LG reporting from the United Kingdom. Is anybody there? Knock once for yes, twice for no. Hello, hello, hello. It's 11:04 p.m. UK time. Heading towards the witching hour. Hello there. Is it Glinda? Chicago? Hiya, Stooge. How yous all doing? Hiya, Claire. Good evening. Oh, thank you. It's cold tonight, isn't it? Good day from still soggy Australia. Where are you, Claire? Which area? Hiya, Lance. It's cold in New York? Or was that somewhere else, John? Good evening, Hamish. House renovations is just about nearly finished. I'll show you in a minute. Oh, thank you. I've got my woolies on. I had a big Christmas jumper on this afternoon as I went out. It was freezing. Costa Rica, fab. Hi in California. Hi in Glasgow. Hi in Sweden. Good morning in Japan. How are you, Sikiko? South Florida? What's the weather like in Florida? Oh, thank you. I thought I'd wear pink tonight. Good afternoon in Ohio, is it? I've heard there's nasty snow in New York, is that right? Good evening, Bjorn. How you doing? Good morning in Australia, Sydney. Is it morning? A very early morning? Tennessee. Wow, all coming in. Oh, thank you. Adam's in bed. He's gone to bed. He's been eating us out of house and home all day. Well, I made something this morning. I made it last night, actually. I'll tell you what happened. It was really funny. I know I poisoned myself last night, actually. I had got an Iceland shopping from a new fridge freezer, and obviously very deceiving. So it's what I've got's lovely, but it's not really the right freezer, you know, for holding for like a massive family. There's only me and Adam here. So some of the stuff I had put in the fridge, and it was a chicken roast and a ham roast. And I thought, well, I'll defrost it in the fridge, which I did. And that was last Saturday. And I went to put it into the oven last night, and I thought, so I took the packets off it and folded it up and put it in the oven. And it was cooking for about an hour, and I thought, it's a funny smell, that. Then I checked the packets, and it said, once defrosted, eat within 36 hours or something like that. And I thought, oh, bugger. So I had to hide in the bin. I thought, what a waste. I had to hide in the bin. It wasn't worth it. So I had some frozen beef. So I pan-fried that. This is what I did last night, late on. I pan-fried the frozen beef. I stuck some frozen veggies in the slow cooker with the cubed beef, which I pan-fried with some spices, like some gravy browning and that. Hiya, Anne. And some oxo cubes, I like them. And I stuck it in with some potatoes and stuff like that. And I slow cooked it overnight, and the smell this morning was absolutely gorgeous. It was just delicious. I put like a little bit of flour, and I made my own gravy and everything. And did that with dumplings. And so I lifted it out the slow cooker this morning. Then I put the whole thing in the oven, because I like my dumplings done in the oven, where they're fluffy on the inside and crispy on the top, like brown. So that's what I did. So it's just as well I read the bloody packet, otherwise we would have poisoned ourselves, and I wouldn't have been on here tonight. But it was just like a ready-made. It was in a file tray to put into the oven, like a chicken roast in a ham roast. Well, it was off. Because once you defrost it, you've got to cook it within so many hours. 36 hours or something like that. So it was nice. It was really, really nice. And it was nice and warm because it's been freezing over here. I mean, we haven't had snow, touch wood. Touch wood. So I had my lunch with Adam before I went out this afternoon. So I think it's always nice to have something hot and like warming and inside you when it's freezing outside, because then you don't get cold through, do you? And thank you everybody for the birthday wishes. Not that I was up to much, like I launched a video on the night time. I went out for a meal with my son and daughter-in-law and the little one, and it was nice. Ended up getting some bits and bobs in, and there you go. Nothing fancy. So that's what I've been up to. So it's practically finished in here, and you're going to notice something tonight, and I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you and see if you notice. But I don't know if I can show you. I'll turn this around. So this is the main wall. So it's just like a dark grey wall. Can you see it? It's just white. All white. That's the new fridge. And that's the flooring. All done on the cheap. And it's just all white in the bathroom. But I really like my fridge freezer. I've called her Hattie. I'll give her a name. She's called Hattie. And the other one's gone to Jesus, bless it. And what a job I had to get it in. They had to take the doors off. They had to take my back door off. I went for black this time. I was going to go white. Do you like that? This was filthy. I had to scrub it down because everything had to be moved into the lounge. Everything, they wouldn't lay the flooring in here with furniture in. But luckily I had help. This is really, really heavy actually. And then of course I had to pull everything out of here. I've got deep drawers down here. I don't know if you can see. Like deep drawers. Oh, you can't really see. But I found some amazing books. Some very old Bibles my dad's given us. I've got loads of books on ancient culture and everything. So I'm going to be doing a lot of reading. As you can see, I've got a lot of cookbooks and stuff like that. I don't know if you can see. A lot of cookbooks. But I was going to go all white, and the lad who did it, he says, why don't you it would look quite modern just to put like a dark grey on there, because there's grey in the flooring. It looks bigger, doesn't it? And it smells amazing. And it's just, as you know, it's all white in the hall with like a grey wood paper. It's set us off, and I'm all white in the bathroom. It looks like an operating theatre in the bathroom. Yeah, just to make it like an accent wall, yeah. Just to make it look a little bit posher, really. But I've had a massive clear out. Massive clear out. And so there you go. So there's been a lot of sightings around here. I was in the garden before and I was looking up at the sky, and looked like a disc. A lot of these stars aren't stars, you know. So I'm going to be talking about that tonight. So I hope you're all keeping well. I know it's been crazy, crazy times. And I did say that Trump will be back on Twitter. Has there been news of it recently? I just seen it on YouTube. I haven't looked into the bad King John yet, no. Well, I'm all white in the bathroom and nautical. So I've got like a navy, like a lovely royal blue bath mat, Glinda, royal blue towels, and a white shower curtain with ships on, you know, like boats and ships. And I'm going to get something nice to put on the walls, hang on the walls. It's all white tiles, white flooring, just everything's white. I was going to rip it all out, and I thought, well, there's nothing wrong with it. The bath's huge. It's like a corner bath, and it does take a lot of but I've had it sort of like a vanity unit built, so it looks like it's all joined in together. It looks really nice. So yeah, but a lot of it's been done on the cheap, and it's amazing what you can do with paint. It's amazing what you can do with paint. But I've had a massive clear out, and I'm just trying to get prepared. The next step's the garden. I'm going to get some workmen are going to come out and get the guttering done before the winter. Well, we're winter now anyway, but I'm going to get them back to do that. So there you go. You've had another roof leak. I had one of them 2 years ago. It was just before the lockdown, and I had a hole in my roof and I didn't realise, and I got a power cut and it was raining, and anyway they came out to fix it, and then they realised in the loft there was a hole in my roof, and then they went in to fix it and they couldn't go in because there was bats in my roof, in my loft, and the mother bat had babies in there, little chunky babies, and she was really vicious, so she just decided to house in my loft, and she was a really good mother. So they're protected over here, the bats, so you had to get the bat people out to get them out. I put a picture out of them. I had them wrapped, the babies, but they had to get a net and to get the mother out. It was really, really bad, but she fed them well. They were chunky little babies, and they were taken away to a bat sanctuary. We've got loads of bats around here, so sometimes if you open the door late at night you'll see them flying about, you know. So it cost us a fortune to get. I had to get the roof fitted, you know, before I got the electric done. Terrible. As soon as Elon took over Twitter, I did activate my account. He can't be trusted. I'll look into that tonight for you. I'll look into that. But there's talk that he's let Trump back on, is that right? So I was going to look into that as well. So I'm going to talk about the moving stars. And I thought we could do something really nice tonight. Oh, thank you. Do you like my jumper? I thought there's something that's... Have you heard of Dr. Stephen Greer? Now, Dr. Stephen Greer gets together with other people in thought meditation. And when it's been known that when you're in a group, that you can send thoughts out to the ETs. And if it's all done, the bigger the group, the better. That then we can get contact. And I thought if you want tonight, we can all sit in a circle and maybe send some thoughts out to quicken this up. Matt Hancock doing well in the jungle. What the hell? I know. Do you fancy doing that, Lance? Yeah, so Stephen Greer, it's called the Say Something he does. And I thought, well, if Stephen can do it, we can do it. Can you look into the USA oil reserve? They say it's really low. I'll look into that as well, yes. But I thought we'll do a meditation first while we're fresh off the mark. Sorry, I've got an itchy nose. And I thought if we're all together, we'll wait for a few more to come on. I could lead the meditation. And we can ask for the good guys to show themselves, and then maybe it's the next time we're on, you can tell us if you've seen any sightings. Because if you look back to the different native people, they did this. Our ancient ancestors did this. So I thought if we all get together as a collective consciousness, we can raise the vibration. Yes, Amy? I haven't been watching Celebrity Get Me Out of Here. I like Boy George. Oh, thank you. It was my birthday on Friday. I'm now 57. 57! Where's the time gone, eh? Where's the time gone? There's something really strange going on in the skies, isn't there? And I mean, there's been a lot of sightings around here. Like I said, earlier on, I seen like a strange light in the sky. Oh, Stooge says Friday would have been my dad's 90th. Bless. You'd be celebrating up in heaven. Yeah, we would have been, Lance, I'm 3 months older than you, so if we'd gone to school together, we would have been in high school together. How cool would that have been? I would have been bugging you. You look like 49, LG. Thank you very much. Oh, well. No, like, honestly, I know it would have been fun, wouldn't it? My high school was mental. It was like Rydal High. I went to West End High School. It was pretty crazy. They had a group of naughty boys went there. They were called the West Denton Wild Bunch. I don't know if there's any West Denton lot on here tonight. And nobody wore uniforms. Everybody just the lads turned up on their motorbikes. And yeah, it was pretty crazy times. You're 3 weeks older than me. So bad lads used to turn, as my dad said, they were bad lads. And I had this sort of boyfriend called Mickey at the time, and he had a motorbike. And he would, I'd say, bye Dad, I'm off to school. And you'd hear like the revving of the motorbike. And my dad would be like going out chasing him. My daughter's not going on that bike. So it was like a gang what went to the school, you know. It was really, really funny. You would have loved it, Lance. So it was like in 4, I don't know if your schools were like that at the time. It was in 4 houses. We had north, south, east and west. And I was in South House. And there you go. The Pet Shop Boys. Yeah. It was really crazy. It was one of the punk rock was all in and stuff like that, you know. In Madness, all of that type of thing. And Pink Floyd, all of that. You went to an all-girl high school. All right, I went to a mixed school. I bet that was interesting. So, yeah, it was crazy. It was one of them crazy schools, exactly like Rydal High. It's the only way I can describe it. You went to Sacred Heart? All right. Well, I didn't go there. West Denton boys, yeah? Are you West End girls? How time flies. How time flies. Where's the time go, eh, Lance? Age is just a number, exactly. You're as young as you feel. Oh, Wokahoti went to a high school in the mountains and used to sneak out the back and go to the souvenir shops. Wow. And then, of course, when I got a bit older, there was a pub where they all went, the West End boys. And like 17, I'd sneak into this pub. And they had like a disco and that, you know what I mean? And my dad was always embarrassing us, coming looking for us and that. I was a wild girl. I was a naughty girl. Stayed out, giving them loads of worry. I certainly was. I was a really naughty girl. I just found a post actually on Facebook, and it was a rollerblade disco in Newcastle. And everybody used to go. And I make you laugh. Obviously, I've not hidden the fact that I've got 2 sons of 2 different fathers. And both fathers didn't like each other. One was very PC and the other one was a bit of a naughty boy. And I used to go, if you could picture it, I used to go to this roller disco and them 2 would be there. And I found the actual footage and I showed Adam, he was laughing. You know, everybody had like their big curly hair and stuff like that. And I had my leg warmers on. Yeah. Yes, I think I give my mum and dad a lot of worry at that age. A lot of worry. And you look back and you think, why did I do that? But we do, teenagers, eh? And a lot of worry for teenagers this day and age, because we didn't have the worry of social media like teenagers have got now. Debbie Pop, your mum used to send you out looking for your younger sister. Did she used to go missing as well? Well, I didn't have an older sister. I had a younger brother. But I was wild. I was absolutely wild. But there you go. You need your hot water bottle and your blankets this time of year. So let's all get together. We've got 244 viewers, which is a nice number. And let's, I'm going to use this as a transmitter. A heated mattress? Oh, that sounds amazing. Oh, I was terrible, Debbie. I was absolutely terrible. I used to sneak into nightclubs, you know, and then like having embarrassing situations when my dad be dragging us out, you know what I mean? I was really headstrong as a teenager. I couldn't be arsed to go out clubbing now. Do you know that? I literally couldn't be arsed, especially in this weather. I'd rather be in with the heated blanket and the, you know, and just doing stuff like this. What I'll do is we're going to do a meditation for the ETs and raise our consciousness and good for humanity. And then we'll do the world predictions. Amy Higgins, my parents were so strict. Well, mine were, but it didn't seem to deter me from doing what I did. I mean, dear me, both my parents were military. I was a forces kid and I was wild. It didn't stop us being naughty. Do you prefer to do stuff around the home? I do now. Okay, so if you've got any background noise, if you just want to turn it off, I'll get my cup of coffee. Oh, wow, 6 feet of snow in New York. He'll be fine, Turkey girl. My son went clubbing in Birmingham to keep his friend happy. Wow. I think it's time for the soup weather, isn't it? Talking about that, Walker Hawkey's just put in here, my birds are squawking in the background. The other night, was it last night? Not last night, the night before, I was in the garden with Adam and we heard this screech. I've never heard it before. Adam said it was an owl. It wasn't an owl because owls go woohoo, don't they? I think it was a kestrel. It was definitely a big bird we heard in the garden. Hiya, Paula. You just come in there, Paula? We're going to do a meditation for ETs to ask the outer realms, other beings, if they can come in to help, if they can show themselves. Kestrels will screech. Well, it must have been either a kestrel or a falcon. Louise, if we get abducted, we are blaming you. No, you won't get abducted. We want contact. We want to see them in the sky, to show themselves. And we're not going to do this with fear base. This is going to be nice. This is going to be nice. So let's all join hands, visually join hands, and I'm going to call upon all the angels for protection. And let's just go with the flow tonight and see what we get. Hi in Canada. Thank you, Holly. You want them to land on the White House lawn, really? I don't think they would want to land on the White House lawn. But we're going to ask for contact. We're going to ask to come in to help humanity. I have rats in my back garden. Oh, nasty. Might have to get the rat man out. Okay, so let's start. I ask all archangels to come in tonight. Jack Russells. Jack Russell. You get a Jack Russell. That's what the rat men used to use. You'll never have a rat. I ask all archangels to come in tonight in this circle, which is around the world, to give us protection, holy protection. I invoke Archangel Michael. I invoke Archangel Michael. I invoke Archangel Michael. I invoke Archangel Gabriel. I invoke Archangel Gabriel. I invoke Archangel Gabriel. I invoke Archangel Raphael. I invoke Archangel Raphael. I invoke Archangel Raphael. I invoke Archangel Uriel. I invoke Archangel Uriel. I invoke Archangel Uriel. I ask for full-blown protection for everybody in this circle tonight. And I ask for peace to be brought to us all and spiritual upliftment. We are asking for contact. We are asking for star races, good star races, to show themselves in the skies and to come to Earth, to intervene, to bring peace across Earth. I ask that within this circle that we are protected from any demons, negative energies, entities, on-world, off-world, that we are protected by the Holy Spirit. And I ask that peace comes tonight onto this planet. And let's start. Right, I've got the crystal ball. So I want you to imagine that we are all in a circle. I want you to imagine that I am sitting in this circle or standing in this circle, looking at you all and walking around. So imagine you are all around me. This is where we're using our higher selves. I'm coming in to see us now. I'm going to talk in some light language. We are doing this for the good of mankind and to bring peace onto this planet and for the good extraterrestrials to intervene to stop any war, plagues, corruption, negative shenanigans towards the human race. We are asking for the Pleiadians to come forward in the good star races to bring exposure, to bring clarity, and to bring peace to this planet. So I'm standing in this circle. I want you to imagine that there's a light in the middle of the circle. visualize this now. Nice and relaxed. It looks like we are outside in a great big field. And it's a clear, starry night. And I want you to imagine in your mind's eye, remember we're working with our higher selves, that you are looking up and you're all going wow, and you can see it's a clear night with all the stars. And I want you to imagine that there's one particular star which is coming over the top of us, and it looks very, very shiny and very, very bright. And when you can see in your mind's eye this star, give us a 5-5 if you want. And I'm standing in the middle. And this light of this star is shining up the whole of the circle that we are standing in. Just going to say a prayer before we start. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come. Thy shalt be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, for we forgive those who trespass against us, and deliver us from all evil. For thy is the kingdom, the power and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. We are all protected in this circle. Now this light is getting brighter and brighter. And when you can see this light starting to morph into something else, give us a 5-5. Nice and relaxed. Remember, we're working out of physical realm. Nice and relaxed. Now I want you to imagine all the love inside of your heart chakra. Your heart chakra should be green. And I want you to walk into the circle and come and touch my hand or touch my shoulder. I can see us all standing around us. So we're all hugging each other and touching each other. And we're all smiling. Nice and relaxed. And when you can see the person opposite you or me or anybody next to you, I can see Paula, that there's green coming through our chests. I can see Anne. There's green coming through our chests, like a glowing green. When you can see this, give me a 5-5. This is a circle of love, a circle of protection. And the star that is above us is shining right down onto us. This light is healing us all. For anybody who has ailments in this circle tonight, just release it. And this light will suck off any negativity that you are harbouring, that you feel is around your aura. You are protected in this circle of light. Aishilana shau tani katoao. We are working out a physical world. Anything is possible. We are now in the 5th dimension. Any ailments that you have, just send them to the light, and the light will give you back goodness for your body, your aura field. So your physical your rainbow, and your outer aura are all protected tonight. We are all as one. We are as a collective. We come with love. Now this light is getting so big, we are now realizing that this is a great big disc shape craft over the top of us, and we are not afraid. We are asking for disclosure and for them to come forward. I want you to repeat after me these words. We as the human race come with peace tonight. We come forward with love and light. We ask for full-blown disclosure of extraterrestrial life. We are asking our brothers and sisters, our galactic cousins, to show themselves tonight, wherever they want to show themselves tonight. We are asking for healing of this planet, for the United Kingdom, for the USA, for Australia, for all of Africa, Europe, Canada, everywhere, the Middle East, everywhere, China, Korea. We are asking we as a human race do not consent to negative forces that have controlled us for eons. We as the human race are taking back our power tonight. Nice and relaxed. We are sovereign beings. We demand disclosure tonight. We want peace on this planet. We want to save this planet and live a fruitful, happy life that we deserve. We come as a collective to stop all negative forces from satanic, malevolent, from negative forces. We do not consent to slavery no more. We come with love. Open your hearts, guys. Send the love out. Aisha ukuma hui hayalogo Shula. Good evening, humanity. This is Shula. Ai kui la mai shairi o now I kumonano. Manu. We are waiting for this great day. We love you all. We are taking out all negative beings. As you speak, we are with you. Very, we as the Pleiadians went through what you went through eons ago. We understand of the pain, the suffering that you have been subjected to. We will make contact very, very soon. Is this what you want, humanity? We have great technology, great fruits, great vegetables. Your world is not what you know. The old system has fallen, the new system is building. Many of your world leaders know of our existence. We are patrolling your planet as you all speak. There has been many world leaders who have done many bad things for greed and power. We have great currency, real currency. We have great foods. We have great medicine. We have great technology to show you all. We will show you tonight in the skies. If you look, you will see us. I must stress, for the old system to fall, you will witness great change. And this will cause a disruption. Do you know who the good guys are? Have you figured it out yet? We have many of great boots on the ground that are working and living amongst you. Like this channeler, we have shown her this great technology. There is many star seeds on your planet that we work through. They will take you to the brinks of despair. Do not worry, we have this under control. Are you ready for the finale. This world that you know has been under attack for centuries from negative beings. We are working 24/7 in places that you would never know. The original existence of churches and temples. And ancient burial grounds like the pyramids, Peru, the Valley of the Kings, and many other places. Are covering and blocking the gateways to the underworld. There is an underworld. They are moving from country to country, time traveling, passing through time loops. Kuba One of the main gateways to the underworld lies between Germany and Austria. Hitler had one of his great properties there. Within certain societies, they have known of the underworld. When you go so far up the ladder, the Illuminati ladder, you know within the Masonic movement what they are doing. Never mind tunnels, children of Earth. These are portals. Super soldiers go through these tunnels, and each temple from one temple church to another has blocked this underworld. Culpability, they were originally put there. The Knights Templars knew this. But there is openings. Within ancient burial grounds. I am probably saying too much. But people that go missing, they move them. They take them for sacrificial. Do not worry, for Hakoema Hisa. That is their path. We are stopping this. Kukuma ayago. Koyamo. We have saved many children and many people. We have the technology to wipe their minds and put them back to where they came from. Many of you who have had time glitches may have got caught up within these time loops. Do not worry. Within secret military, man has special soldiers that rescue these people. They are working with us. Just like the film Star Wars, this has all been held back from you all. We are doing a big clean-up on Mother Earth. Your ancient ancestors talked about these underworlds. They are on scriptures on walls. Just look to the Valley of the Kings. Thoth talked about this. Within certain stargates, they have been awakened, and there is sleeping giants ready to awaken, ready to emerge. We are trying to delay this as we do not want humanity frightened, scared. We want soft disclosure. The cleanup may take months. It is not just underground, it is on ground. We have this under control. Kumao, now, as above and below, we have walked 1,000 years or more through all these troubles and strifes, and they will never take us down. Each and every one of you are filled with love and light from the Holy Spirit. Watch for 3 main events to take place over the matter of weeks. Power grid, warning, prepare, emergency blackout, temporary, do not worry, stay safe, stay warm, get blankets. You will be okay, humanity. We have this under control. Pentagon, Haruama, big news, big change. Kuramo, Isada. Do you honestly know who has been in control? Hokkayama Sada, you are about to witness great change. Masoko. Event, Black Sea. Tukuma,
Do not worry. Stay calm. Mako hekoba. Isaro. Watch for the star from the north. This is us. We will give you signals. We will give you signs. If you talk to us, we will flash in the sky. We will show you who we really are. Each and every one of you in this circle tonight, you are protected. You must not worry. Your body, your physical body is changing, getting ready for new technology, new intervention. Many ascension symptoms may take place. Just breathe through this. Taste buds may change. Heart rate may flutter. Just breathe through this. Keep calm, keep grounded. Be around nature. Listen to nice music. How we are sound. We are beauty. We are the same as you. Everything is frequency. Everything is energy. Haisha, I am here to tell you that we love you and we honor you. Let go of all the stress, guys. Release all the stress. We will show ourselves not just in the night sky. We will come through into your reality. If you are ready, we will show you. Mahu, Taisogoe. We are over the Alps. Great mothership. Federation of Worlds. Valen. Flight Command. He's from Venus. I am a hybrid. I am part Pleiadian with much human DNA. I was created on a mothership. Kaumo hisachoaya. My parents are Pleiadian. They could not conceive. I was created in a lab. I have human DNA. Like many of us, we are here for communicators, on world and off planet, interdimensional, space travel. We will show ourselves to you. If you are ready, just ask. We will never invade, frighten, push. We only show ourselves to the ones who are ready. If you ever get scared, don't feed into the fear. Just say what you need to say, meditate, pray, whatever you need to do. You are protected with light. Remember, negative attracts negative, positive attracts positive. Everything that has been said to you is the opposite of what is really happening. This world is not what you think it is. We come with peace. We come with love. Watch for an event. And when you see this event, it is not what it seems. We will be playing a part of this for disclosure. We are working on soft disclosure. Nice and relaxed. Everybody in this circle, come together. You are where you need to be. This is not a mistake. You will make new friends. You are all protected. Is there anything else you need to say, Shula? Send love out now in this circle. And watch the light rise. Receive this message. Say after me, we want extraterrestrial disclosure for Earth. We want extraterrestrial disclosure for Earth. One more time. We want extraterrestrial disclosure for Earth. God bless. Is there anything else you need to say, Shula? She's coming into the circle and she's going to walk around you all and give you a, like, do that, or shake your hands, give you a hug. I'm going to chant a Pleiadian prayer, and some of you may see her. Bring your higher selves. Watch for this. It's quite windy and it's dark, and I'm standing in the middle of this circle. The light's starting to rise. The craft above us. I've got my crystal ball. I'm smiling at you all. It's blowing wind. And she's walking around. Natikana Tanikadawa. I will show you my people tonight. We are love. We are frequency. We are all the same. Do not be afraid. We look like you. We are you. You are us. We are all the same. Nice and relaxed. We have children the same as you. We have husbands. We have wives. We have brothers. We have sisters. We have mothers. We have fathers. We understand what humanity is going through. We may come with different clothes, different accents, different colour, different currency, different foods. But we all have 2 legs, 2 arms. We are all different. We are all from the same Creator. Nice and relaxed. Tonight, each and every one of you will get a sign Even if you go out inside into the garden, to your backyard, if you do not see it, you will see it in dream state. You will feel it. Nice and relaxed. Nice and relaxed. Thank you, Shula. She's going now up the ramp. See her going up the ramp. She's waving. Give us a 5-5 if you can see her. What she looks like. You may see other legs as the ramp comes down. Each and every one of us in this audience tonight will receive healing. And if anybody's worried about any loved ones, pets, children, family members, spouses, anybody, you can ask for healing in this audience tonight for them as well. I'm asking for my full protection for my mum and dad, my 2 sons, my daughter-in-law, my granddaughter. You can ask out loud to say their names. The Holy Spirit will protect each and every one of them. That's lovely. Write the names, say the names. It will be taken, and they will have a golden light of protection around them all. Nobody has nothing to fear. We have been stuck in Atlantis. She's saying she's going up, and we are coming out of Atlantis. We have all been spiritually in a post-traumatic stress reality. Everybody in this audience tonight who is worried about anybody, you can also ask for protection for yourself. You are allowed to ask for anything, for finance, for health, anything you want, you can ask in this circle tonight, as long as it's positive. And they will be healed. Nice and relaxed. She's saying one more thing. What I have told you tonight is to be taken serious. What I have told you tonight is not for fear. It is for information. You will witness a great leader fall and a great leader rise. Okoma, what you perceive is your reality is not your reality. We come with peace. Not everybody can take the true reality. We are still working on soft disclosure, but there will be a disruption within 3. I can't say too much more as we are working on secret programs, and there is interception coming in from dark agents. So too much is being said. But you need to go to sleep tonight and knowing that we have this under control. This is God's speed. This is Shula. I must report back now. I must report back now to duty. We love you. We as the Pleiadians, we love you. Ciao for now. Goodbye. Thank you, Shula. We're in this circle now and we are watching the light go up. We are standing and it's breezy. Where are we? I get like a California feeling. Is there a lot of fields out there? Where could we actually be? God bless America. The heart of what is about to take place will happen there. Thank you, Shula. I thank you, Archangel Michael. I thank you, Archangel Gabriel. I thank you, Archangel Raphael. I thank you, Archangel Uriel. I thank you, Moon Mother Goddess. I thank you, Pleiadians. Amen. All the animals are protected in this circle tonight as well. Every creature, great and small, we are all protected. Amen. I'm giving you a kiss and a hug, and we can uncast the circle anytime we want. I will be at some point, probably Tuesday, Wednesday, I'll put it out on my baby sister channel, and then it'll be not in real time, but you can still watch it and meditate and put yourself back into this circle. Remember, there's no such thing as time. A lot of you who are in this audience tonight, I am talking to you from the future. See, people like in America, but we are talking at present moment in time. Think about it. There is no such thing as time. Shall we have a break? And then we'll do a world predictions. How long have I been streaming for? Not long. Did you enjoy that? I'm getting that song. We're going to America. We're going to America today. My country today. Sweet land of liberty today. I think things are about to really kick off. Neil Diamond. Did you enjoy that? It's a healing circle, and it's also a meditation circle for manifesting anything you want, as long as it's good, for healing, for you or yourself or a loved one or a pet, anything. But also you could imagine that you're putting it around Earth, a country, a place, a person, anything. You can also manifest anything you want. Even money you're allowed. They're allowing you to manifest whatever you want, as long as it's good. And also you can will for contact if you want. What she was saying is they will not force that contact if you're not ready, which I think is the right thing, because everyone's not ready in their reality for that. Only some. we've got to have respect and understand everyone's on different levels. So someone's awakening might be different to somebody else's awakening. Interesting video on a town where many people had alien encounters. Where was that, Walkahorty? I seen that, and I think it was somewhere in Italy. Are you ready? Not everybody's ready, but some people are. I love animals. I saved so many. Now I have 3. That's beautiful. I sponsored some donkeys. Sponsored 3 donkeys. I want to see them, but I don't want to be frightened. Well, you can actually ask them in your meditation circle that if you can have first contact through the day, and they'll come in through the day, just like you might just meet them at the bus stop, and they just, if you didn't want it to be. I think there's nothing more daunting late at night. It really isn't. I think if you look at how Hollywood made it all scary with alien contact, it was always late at night, wasn't it? Look at one of the Spielberg's film Close Encounters with a little boy, and he gets sucked through the door, but he comes back in the end. I think sometimes late at night it's always daunting. I've had an encounter through the day. I've had many encounters through the day, and it's not scary through the day. It's fascinating. There's a lot to be said for daylight. Oh, they're out there, Walkahorty. There's all different types of creatures. Oh my God, I've just remembered that 2 reptilians were in my dreams. Were they nice or nasty, or what were they like? All right. They've made with fairy teas, That's why I think within all the holy books, how it talks about angels, I sometimes wonder, angels, aliens, very similar, isn't it? Do they have Highland cows where you are, LJ? We don't have Highland cows here. We've got cows. But if you go up the road into Scotland, they've got the Highland cows, yeah. If you're talking about the Pleiadians, I do believe they do have cows, yes. And there's many whales and dolphins throughout the galaxy. Very similar animals. So they wanted to be fearful, Do they have alien races have antennae on their heads? Possibly so. I don't see why not. I've never seen any with antennas on their heads, but it's possible. Some of them Highland cows can, they're huge. I just think that we haven't got to feed into the fear, because once we start to come into the 5th dimension, we can create our own reality. This is how the law of attraction happens, and I feel that when we do that, I do believe that we can change our reality. I don't believe when I'm reading for somebody, I don't say, oh, this is definitely going to happen. There's certain things in your life which will happen, like who you're going to meet, who your soulmate is, who your twin soul, how many babies you're going to have, which is meant to be in your life. That's fate. But people can change fate, yeah? So I always believe the destination of where you're going is the same in the end. It's just you take different pathways. So I'll tell somebody what will happen if they go down that path one, that one, or that one. So I believe that if by us raising our vibrations, which we have tonight, we have shifted something. Yes, there's been nearly 300 people in the audience tonight, but that's enough. Actually, it's interesting, 300 people. It's been enough to cause that magic, because we are all part of God's source. So we are all part of Him, all right? So if we all come together, that's very powerful.
That's how magic happens. Hi Louise, Paula's having a baby. What, she's having a baby now? Is that your Paula? So I just believe that we can change things by raising the frequency. So if you get like a horrible thought in your head, like say tonight, and you get frightened, just say out and think the opposite. You need to know that you are your own God. You are in control. Don't feed into anything negative at all. At all. Don't feed into it. Okay? If you feel like it's overcome you and it's too much, just go barefoot into your garden if you can, or outside with your hands like that and say, please, angels, if these are not my energies, lift them off me. And 9 times out of 10, that negative energy will lift off you and you feel great. You feel great. Because we absorb in other people's energies because we're like electricity. And our frequency can change all the time. We're frequency. And even mediums get scared, you know. I mean, I don't claim to know everything. But sometimes I think, you know, when they picked me to be a medium, they picked the worst, scarier cat than ever. That's how I ended up becoming a shaman. I think I had to go down this strange route to become a shaman. And what a shaman is it's somebody who faces demons and then you're at the brink of death. And you fight them demons and you come back and it's like you come into your own power. That's what it is. But I had to go through a lot to get there. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying when I smoked ayahuasca, but my God, it was like that. Do you know what I mean? I had to face a lot of creatures and demons and things to come through it. And then I learned about frequency. We are our own creators. We really, really are. And they don't want me to know that. They don't want me to know that we can change this. We are the matrix busters, guys. We are the matrix busters. We really are. So I think at the minute what's going on the television, you know, and in the news and that, it's just all negative, drama. And I'm not saying it's not happening, it's happening. But, you know, they want Walush, they want that, you know, so then we're feeding it. They want more all angst up. They want the divide. I put flannel sheets on the bed yesterday and it was, oh, no way, I need to get some. I still haven't got mine. I did buy a hot water bottle. I've had hot water bottles and they keep going missing. They're terrified of we're coming into our own power. So you've got to understand this is a free will world, right? We're living on a satanic world. Okay? So they're allowed to do what they want because God, the creator, it's free will choice. But we can do what we want. So once we've come into our own power, there's jack shit they can do about it. There's jack shit. Don't feed into the negative forces. Don't give them it. We are the matrix busters. We really, really are. And then, you know, into this matrix buster, I need to get some flannelette sheets. Winciette, as my nana would say. You need to get some Winciette sheets because it's going to be a cold winter. Let me have a cigarette break. And the reason I'm saying cigarette break, I don't know if you have noticed, I've not been smoking in my room because I'm a good girl. So I'm going to have a break. I'm going to nip to the loo. I'm going to get a juice and I'm going to go into my scary garden and have a quick cigarette. I refuse to sink my house out now with cigarettes. So it's a smoke-free house. It's been a smoke-free house for well over a couple of weeks now. Well, since last week. So there's no smoking goes on in this house anymore. Me and Adam go into the garden and I've trained him to go into the garden, and I go into the garden. And consequently, because it's so bloody cold over here, I'm hardly smoking now. The last thing you want to do is go into a scary garden at 2 o'clock in the morning with your pyjamas on, so I'm not smoking as much. I know smoking's not good for you. So I've gone from a lot of cigarettes down to about 2 or 3 a day, you can understand. And it's been a shock to the system, but I've done it. That's coming next. Wakahoti quitting's coming next, because I'm not enjoying it. Going in the garden. Vaping, yeah. So I refuse to, I've had like a lot of work done in this house, and I simply wasn't going to start smoking in here again and spoiling it. I didn't see the point in that. So I'm going to need at least about 3 or 4 minutes. So I know I'm going to run Betty and Bobby, and I know it might go over a bit, but just let us go and have a cigarette in the garden, and then I'll come back, and then we're going to do a big world predictions. Oh no, I refuse to smoke in here. And it smells great. Don't freeze. Oh, I'll not freeze. So let us go and have a ciggy, and I'll be back in a few minutes, okay? And I'm going to nip to the loo as well. I'll look into the college loan for forgiveness. I'm going to look into everything. And I want to look into this. People have sent us videos from TikTok and that about the sheep in China. Has anybody heard about that? Where they've been for 12 days walking around in a circle. So I think that needs to be looked into. Oh, thank you, Holly. So I'm off to my garden, like a little gnome. I'm going to my smoking shed, and I'll be back in a minute, okay? Give us 5. Okay, give us a 5-5 if you can hear us. Sorry about that. I've had me fix. Can you hear us? I'm back. Let's get ready to rumble. Okay. Right. As you know, when I look into this crystal ball, I can't ask it questions. I've got the cards to ask questions. There's a light right above, a shining star right above my house, guys. You'll have to let us know, either messages later, if you see any sightings after this night, what we've done. So we're going to look into the crystal ball and I'm going to tell you what I see tonight, okay? Because I scry. And then what I'll do is, if the college loan and things like your questions don't come up in the crystal ball, I'll get the cards out afterwards. Okay? So let's see what's what. Okie dokie. Oh, I've got Australia bouncing out of this crystal ball. What's going on with Australia? Okay, you've been getting a lot of rain, haven't you? I think we're just in for extreme weather over the next couple of months. It's Gaia, purging. Okie dokie. What am I getting? I'm seeing arguments. It's not Congress over there, is it? It's within the Prime Minister, and I'm seeing within the parliaments over there in Australia. I see something happening. And I've said this before, where I've seen the different sections of Australia changing. So it's really strange. Is it 5 sections that Australia's in, guys? You'll have to help us out with this. But I'm sort of seeing... excuse me. Gosh, I've got these leather pants on. Oh, sorry about that. Cutting this in half. Right. I'm seeing it changing. There's going to be problems with different sections of Australia. There's going to be arguments, and there's something about scandals coming out. So you need to watch for that. Okay. I'm also seeing changes with the New Zealand leader. You have 6 states. I always thought it was 5. Well, there was something about 3 there was going to be problems. And I've said this before, where the tall boats race comes, I don't know when that is, there's going to be huge global news around about that time. Trade is going to be affected. And now recently, was it Friday it happened? No, it wasn't Friday. It was Thursday. I ordered a new iPhone because, you know, it comes out of contract. But mine wasn't out of contract, so I had to buy out of my contract to get a new update at the next version. All right. And I was talking to a lass called Gina. She might be watching. I've got a new follower, guys, a new friend, actually. She's lovely. She was in the Philippines, and I was in a right flapping panic because I was stuck in a queue on Virgin Mobile waiting for a couple of hours. And I was in a right tizzy with myself. And I'm not very good on the phone. I'm not very good dealing with stuff like bills and stuff like that on the phone. You know, I don't know what you guys are like. But I was in a right mood with myself. And she was absolutely a darling. And then she ended up following us on YouTube. And we're talking on WhatsApp. And she was from the Philippines. And she was saying that the particular iPhone I wanted, all models are being stopped at the minute because there's something happening with trade in China. And it was the same with the other shops in the Metro Centre as well. So it's global. Something's going on. So I'm seeing like a problem, and I keep getting China. And there's something going on with trade. As I've been saying for a while, the old system is falling, the new system is building. And we're going to go very futuristic. We're going to go extremely futuristic. So it's going to be hard to get certain appliances. But when I'm talking about trade, I'm going food. So I don't know where Australia gets their food in from, but there's going to be problems there. But it's only short-lived, so don't worry about it. But as I've always said, Australia is the place to be into the future. But I'm getting something about worry with the frequency attack. And I said this a little while ago, where they'll blame China and it'll not be China. Watch for this. And I don't know if this has got something to do with Russia, but you need to watch for this. When I'm saying frequency attack, it could be to do with power cuts. Excuse me. I did see also on the news, I think it was on YouTube, I seen it, that there's threats of certain states in America where they're going to do intermittent blackouts. Now, I'm not saying this to frighten you, but I want to say prep, you know. I've been looking at trying to see if I can get myself a wood burner, but I don't have a chimney, so it would cost me a fortune to get a chimney built. But you can get it done because I've got an outside wall to get it done. But it's great if you've got a chimney. Wood burners are the way forward. And they haven't been banned, by the way. Well, they haven't been banned in the UK. A lot of people have the wood burners over here. Because if you've got a wood burner, you can boil yourself put a kettle on the wood burner and you can boil some water in that. So there is something going on. But oil, there's going to be a problem. And there is a shortage of oil. And it's something about the US reserve. There's going to be problems here. And I'm very concerned about this. So to all my US followers out there, you know, in certain states, I would have thought by law they were going to have to tell you if this is going to happen. There's a shortage in Canada as well. Try to get your propane heaters if you can, or whatever you can. But there could be blackouts. So everybody out there, not everybody can afford to buy. You have a wood stove. Oh, well, you're good then, aren't you? Can afford to buy generators. But we will be all right. I mean, how did our grannies survive without central heating? Yeah. How did they survive in the olden days without electricity? They had candles. Right? The only thing is we're living in a modern world now because we've got like our freezers and we've got our equipment. They're going to be intermittent blackouts. And I also get emails from people in Africa, parts of Africa, where they've suffered this a long time, where they have blackouts for so many hours a day. So that is the heart of it as well. There's a lot of corruption going on over there as well. So the system isn't serving humanity. And the good guys, all right, you need to understand there is good guys. Some people call them different hats, whatever you want to call them, whatever you label them as, all right? They are working with humanity, okay, within our system. And who we thought of being bad are being good and vice versa. Right? But the good guys have got this under control. So it's going to be shaky to change it over. So, but we are going to go futuristic because there's a lot of people out there who don't like AI, but unfortunately AI comes in with ATs. You've got to understand a lot of the technology out there is far more advanced than what we've got. Okay, so we're going to have problems with blackouts. Great. But it could be intermittent. You can get like the solar power things for your computers and stuff like that. Gary has a 4 kW wood burner with how lucky. How lucky are you? Oh, that's great, Gary. Where do you live, Gary? So I really am going to invest in one of them. That's my next thing, which is going to spoil the wall in my newly decorated living room, but needs must. That is something that I'm going to be looking at. Scotland. Oh, well, you're all right then, aren't you? So we just need to all be there for each other. But like that's what I was saying, not everybody can afford generators because generators are expensive. So things like hot water bottles, flasks. My advice to everybody is we're coming into the winter, and if you're living in a cold climate, like, you know, a lot of people are in the UK, in Europe, in America, all over the place, get a flask. And it doesn't matter if you waste it, you can use it for washing your dishes. Just every day, fill your flask with hot water, just in case. So it means that you've got a back-in covering. Do you see what I mean? Even if you've got a hot drink, a lot to be said for hot tea if you're in shock and you've gone cold. Blankets. There's amazing people out online on YouTube who show you how to heat your home with emergency lighting and stuff like that. Fleece blankets. Not hot water bottle. Build a SAML fire and heat stones. How do you do one of them? You're going to have to send me a link. What's a SAML fire? Get a small camping stove and some gas bottles, yes. Apparently US will be producing some oil because I know someone who is still being paid for the oil. There'll be a shortage, but so I'm not saying it's going to be a complete blackout, but they might put it into intermittent short periods of a few hours a day. That's what I'm saying. To save it. To see what I mean? I am getting the Philippines, actually. There's some crazy weather in typhoons, hurricane weather. We're coming into, are we in hurricane season now? Dress and layers. Wear our woolies. Vests. Do you know what I mean? We will be all right. Costco blankets are reasonably priced and warm, are they? Build a fire pit and put your sleeping layers if you're in the cold. So Snow Owls put, US has produced more oil in the last 2 years than any time in history. This can be looked up. Yeah, I know. But there's a reserve. There's going to be problems. So you're right, Trish. You're right. What Trish has written about man's done this, and it's the evil corporations where the richer have got richer. These big oil tycoons have become richer, and there's people in this day and age should not be on the streets, should not be starving. I mean, there's a lot of people in the UK, and I mean, they can't afford to feed their families or have the heating on. They've got to make a choice. It's one of the two. So, and then the cost of living's rising as well. I know I've seen a link about Blinken Rishi Sunak going on, and he was harping on about mortgages and that. Is it the best time to get a mortgage at the minute? It is a worry. We could go into some sort of a recession, but we will rise through it. And we will storm through it. There's going to be a dip in the market. There's going to be a problem. And I've seen this before. I'm saying it again. It's never been done before. Like somebody said it was called a dead cat bounce or something. It's got a name for it. Where it drops and it looks dreadful. And then all of a sudden it bounces back up. When that happens, you need to understand that the good guys are working behind the scenes, and I do believe there's an extraterrestrial presence on this planet who are working with the good guys who are doing the switch over. Do I have a time frame for the drop? No, I don't, but my instinct is saying if it's going to happen, it could happen before February, March of next year. So I would say if anything, what's going to happen, it's going to happen over the winter period. So remember, this is a healing forum, and I'm saying this to put this out so we all stick together. And yeah, you know, some of we're going to be all right if you've got your fat on your bones, you know. I'm not trying to, you know, but my mother would be a worry. I would have to scoop her up and bring her here because she's rattling around in a big old house and she's tiny and she's got no fat on her and she hardly eats. And she's not going to change now. She's nearly 80. Do you know what I mean? There's no way. So I would have to it's like looking after the old people and neighbours and things like that. Little babies and that. But I mean, we're so used to having our heating on when it's cold. When I was born, my mum and dad's first flat they had didn't have any central heating. And I was fine. Do you know what I mean? My dad was born in the 40s when there was no central heating. It was just coal fires. Oh, thank you. Can you get her an insulated ski suit to stay warm? I'll have to get her a onesie or something. But, oh, don't worry, they'll be looked after. They'll be looked after. But it's true, if you're really thin, you feel the cold more. I think you do anyway. That's why the old-fashioned sayings, like my nana used to say, like, you know, you're best to have a little bit overweight than a little bit underweight, because then if you become poorly, you know, you've got some weight to lose. Does that make sense? There's a lot to be said on these old-fashioned sayings. The other one is don't cast a cloud until May is out. So back in the olden days, because they only had coal fires in the UK and that, you know, I'm talking like my mum's grandma used to say this. She was born in the 1800s. They used to wear like vests underneath their dresses and that, you know, they never took their vest off until May was past. Whiskey is a very good thing to have in your larder cupboard. It's emergencies, isn't it? So I would say prep. So I'm sort of saying, as I look into this crystal ball, that I see this is horrible. I'm saying that the shelves going empty again, guys. Do you remember when we had the COVID and everybody was going mass panic and buying loads of bloody toilet rolls? But then it got to a stage where there was a lot of food going missing off the shelves, and I'm seeing that again. Well, I've just got some fur. You can get the leggings now with the fur inside. I got some from the pound shop today for £1. The pound shop. The leggings which have got the fur inside and they keep your legs warm. Socks. If your feet get cold, you lose a lot of heat. Hats out your head and your feet. So woolly socks is a must. Socks and hats. Why do you think they went to bed in the olden days with bonnets on and hats on? Because the rooms would have been really bitter cold and they would have had more bedding on the beds. So just something I'm getting here. Right, what else am I getting? It's going to be the rise of the robots over the next couple of years. I was watching a documentary. See, I've always said AI isn't the problem, it's who's been behind it. But there needs to be a restriction on the AI, because if not, the robots are going to turn on us. Because I was watching this documentary where they've got robot dogs and robot soldiers now which are armed, and they've got them in the US. They've got them in the US. A bit like Robocop. Scary looking robots. And I see loads of robo dogs with because they're quite creepy, and then they'll stand up on the hind legs and then they'll get like the machine guns out and stuff like that. This is what they've got, and Russia's got a lot of them. They have thick slipper socks with rubber dots on. Yes, marvellous, Debbie, marvellous. So there's a lot of technology that they've got, and it's a lot of this is you're going into secret military, you know, they're very far advanced. They'll have a lot of alien technology. It's like I said to you before, sometimes with these alien and crafts, and I know we've just done this meditation tonight, but some of them are, yes, extraterrestrial, but not all of them. Some of them are having people flying them as well, because they're working all together. I see Kim Jong-un setting another bloody missile rocket off, and it's going to cause problems in the sea. I definitely see the three heads and the beasts falling here. More problems to come in Ukraine. And there's some shocking news to come out with Russia. And I'm getting number 10. So that could be like the 10 weeks from now, 10 days. Take note of this. It could be the 10th of the month. Actually, I'm getting the 10th of December for some unknown strange reason. But remember what I'm telling you. But I normally look on no more than a couple of years, but I'm sort of getting this quite compacted in within the next 6 months. 10 Downing Street, I never thought of that. No, I didn't see where Kim showed his daughter. Well, there's a lot of problems to come out with Downing Street, you know what I mean? And I see a lot of strikes. I still see this. And then the poor nurses, you know what I mean? I see them definitely going on strike. I see that. The cloud's going to change. And there's new technology to come out, new platforms to come out. Elon Musk's up to something. I said this in my last will prediction. I got it really strong. I see him going in with another 2 well-known people to create a massive platform. And I get something about the man who invented the email. Is it the email? And somebody else. And I also get some big, huge news to do with Steve Jobs. And I'm seeing Amazon in trouble. Remember everything I'm telling you, and it'll all fall into place like a jigsaw puzzle. Where there's big news with a wedding, there'll be a fall. What does that mean? Where there's big news with a wedding, there'll be a fall. Dr. Shiva, that's it. So Musk, people have asked us, is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? He's just a guy, isn't he? Anyone's capable of good and bad. He's not a bad guy, but he knows a lot. He's got a list, him. I see him like with his hit list. He's got like a list of people that he's after. Don't forget, you make so much money. You go high up and you know who's good and who's bad. He knows how the system works. I actually see him on Trump's side. I wouldn't be surprised if they're talking. I wouldn't be surprised if they're talking behind the scenes to each other. H2O, that's water. H2O. That is a worry. That is a concern. Water is going to be a problem. Water.
I've got a rainbow cloud. And where's that rainbow cloud going over? There's going to be a rise in LGBTQ, and it's over the USA. There's going to be some ructions on about something. But you see, I said the Republican Party is going to change. I see them meeting in the middle with the Democrats. Again, this is all part of the movie. This is all part of the cleanup. Everything. You just have to watch things to play out. Oh, is Biden's granddaughter getting getting married? New technology. Got like a strange smell there. It's like a smell I recognise. I feel like I'm being transported onto one of them ET ships. Yeah, Jed's coming in here. Right, he's saying it is correct. So the space operations have been going on for a long time. A long time. What do you mean fallout? I'm getting fallout. What does that mean, fallout? God, what does that mean, fallout? You're getting a musty smell when you're in the circle. I'm getting that smell again. It's coming through again. It's a weird smell I'm getting. We have to watch our pets, guys, and I bloody hope not, Linda. We have to watch our pets. I've just smelled cinnamon, Walker-Horty. Maybe we need to burn it. It's an unusual smell. It's not a nasty smell. Like a smell I recognise, but it's not from Earth. It's really weird, but it's got like a cinnamon smell about it. Right, okay. There was going to be problems with a bomb somewhere. But I'm seeing sea. I'm seeing sea. But it's where the wind blows. What do we need to put into our diet? Remember, there it is again. Whoa, it's really powerful. Okay. I've just got a waft of honeysuckle there. A beautiful smell of honeysuckle. I've got a lady coming in tonight. She's like a grandmotherly connection. And she's to wear it. And she's trying to reach out to somebody in this audience tonight to tell them not to worry. Where they've been having trouble with their stomach. And stop worrying about the bills. Everything will be fine. And it's a massive, overwhelming smell of honeysuckle. It's beautiful. And she always used to wear a pinny. She's shown us a Sunday morning. She was always busy baking and cooking. Got so much love coming into this forum tonight for people. And I'm getting, is it Mary or Marie? Mary. I get an M. Matilda. It's quite an old-fashioned name, isn't it? Martha. And who's Frank? Who can take a Frank? Moira. Yes. Did she used to wear an apron or a pinny with frills around it? My grandma was Maria. I was named after her. Oh. Okay. Got a lot of spirit in here tonight. They're telling you there's a lot of loved ones coming through here. And they're telling you not to worry. I've got a Betty here. Betty. There's a Betty coming in. And she's doing sugared almonds. She used to do them running up to Thanksgiving or Christmas or something. I'm saying Thanksgiving, it's got to be somebody for the US. Who used to like sugared almonds. I've got a Ted. There's a message for a Ted. And I've got a Bill here. There's a Bill coming through. A William, a Bill. Oh God, I've got A2I here. What are you doing? Diamonds are forever. We need to listen to the words to that. Diamonds are forever. My mum died 55 when I was a teenager. She was an excellent baker and cook. She wore a dress with an apron. Ted was my grandfather. I've got a Ted coming through for you, Sonny. Grandpa was William. Diamonds are forever. A2I, I'm busy. I'm giving off stuff here. You see, big news coming in. White House. Whoa, what's going on? Big news. Fox News alert. Fox News alert. Right, I'm jumping, guys. I'll come back in. The room is packed. It's packed. I've got lots of different people. I feel like Whoopi Goldberg sitting in here tonight. And they're all coming in. They're all hanging around us. There's a black guy coming in. He's got lots of green. He's got like a beard. Flora. He's got a yappy dog with him. I wonder why tonight it's just that they're here because they want to give you messages. Jed's brought them all in. Flora McDonald. Yes. But there's a yappy dog. She's saying, for God's sake, put the dog out. She's saying, for God's sake, it was a naughty dog. Put the dog out. Like, put the dog outside. The dog's barking all the time. Got a dragonfly being given to somebody in this audience tonight.
and a dragonfly is from spirit. And this is a message for a gentleman in the audience tonight, where his mum's coming through, and you haven't got to be sad. You're not meant to be on your own. Stop pulling yourself down. This is a message for somebody in this audience tonight. And eat properly. Eat properly. What's the problem with the bed? This is a message for somebody in the audience tonight. Who's Peter? Who's Peter? Who's Peter? Who can take a Peter? Who can take a Peter? There's a Peter coming in here. Right, Ayatollah, is there anything more you can say about the White House? I'm seeing steel gates going down, clamped down. Peter is asking after you, Ginda. Peter's all right. He's in the light. My dad was Pete, married to Mary. Okay. So it could be a bit of everything coming in there. Was he quite thinnish? Pasty thinnish. Or who's that? Is that another Peter? Got so much happening here. There's so much. You're going to have to slow down. A to I is like trying to give us messages on something what's going on in the US. And this is really weird. That building what went down. The building what went down, remember? After the time that man, McAfee, died. He's shown us, I've got that smell coming back in because I know I'm right. There's something else to come with more messages. Yeah, Florida. There's something else about another building and there's something strange. And I'm getting New York. Problems. I'm seeing fire, I'm seeing smoke. It's not natural. It's not natural. I'm seeing a river. Or no, it's not. It's a border. It's a border. Wait a minute. Problems with the borders. In a river drying. I'm going into the Middle East. Lots of problems with Iran. Lots of cover-ups. It's so deep, the swamp. The swamp is so deep. Something order is going to be announced on news, on world news. And when this comes off, you know something's going down at the time. Something else is happening at the time when... So this might have something to do with Trump. Remember everything I'm telling you, it'll all fall into place. But when something's being mentioned, something about an order, something's going off at the same time. Oh, I've just come over all sickly. 2 minutes. It's really quite intense, that. I don't know, Crystal, about that, about the brakes. There's something not quite right with that. It's been drained on purpose. Something doesn't fit right with that. Arizona will carry... I would need to look at the cards. Wait a minute. I'll see what else I can get, and I'll say about Carrie Lake. Oh, I didn't know about a shooting in the gay bar in Colorado Springs last night. That's terrible. How many got hurt or killed? Oh, that's so bad. It's getting worse. It's getting worse. The problem we've got here is, right, it goes beyond political parties. It really, really does. And it's between good and evil. And we are all radio transmitters, capable of good or bad. And some people are too far gone. They've got these attachments where they're doing these awful things. I actually think when someone gets to that far, when they go and kill somebody, they're like demonic. It's like something demon takes over them. 5 killed and 14 injured. It's terrible. Customers subdued the gunman. It's terrible. Terrible. I send prayers out to their families, and that's disgraceful. See, there's going to be a lot more problems like this. But I don't know, with the gun control in America, that they'll ever get rid of all the guns. Certain states will be able to keep them. Certain states will go gun free. I really do believe that. America's gone in for a massive clean-up. But the problem we've got here is with these AI robots coming in with armed, that's just giving them more excuse to say, no, I'm not going to get rid of me rights to get rid of the guns. Do you know what I mean? If robots are running around with the blinking things, it's a lot of problems there. I'm getting the US Navy with some big news. It is. And it's funny because I said earlier on, I seen a rainbow, didn't I? Over the US. Maybe that's going to spark something off because I didn't know about that. It was weird because the bar was called Q Club. Interesting. Oh, it's disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful. So bad. So bad. People have lost the plot. They really, really have. The world's gone really mad. And what we need to understand is, this is why I wanted to do this. I didn't know about that actually, but we need to raise the vibrations. It's funny how spirit moves in mysterious ways, and they just told us to go in and do the prayer thing first. Yeah, you've got your gun rights. I don't think the gun rights are going to go, but there's going to be new laws and regulations what's going to come in, Teddy. I really, really do. We'll never be able to get rid of them all. It's the US. Do you know what I mean? It's but there'll be some states which there's going to be something to take place. If it's not 23, it's 2024. So watch for that. This is so true, Purple. This is so true. But what I'm seeing, what the crystal ball's showing us, is that they'll never be able to eradicate guns completely out of the US, but some states will change. Some states will change. I'm getting Kevin McCarthy. I see him working with the other side. Is he going to be the Speaker of the House? Is he the I see Kevin McCarthy working with the Democrats. That's what I see. Yeah, you'll never be able to get rid of it, Debbie. It's just the culture of what you are. Do you know what I mean? So expect more problems. But all we can do is just keep raising the vibration, not to feed into it. Not to feed into it. I see a lot of problems with Kevin McCarthy, and I don't think he's going to be in there long. There's going to be somebody else to replace him. McCarthy, Speaker of the House, has to work with the Democrats. Yeah, I do see him working with them. But there's going to be sort of a lot of things raised, and I sort of see him getting pushed out and somebody else coming in. Remember that. Let's pull some cards out. Yeah, so overall for all the countries, I think that we're going to face intermittent blackouts, so we need to prep. See, school children in the UK being sent home. That could be to do with bad weather to come. And I did see there was a nasty snowstorm, like an ice storm to come. Obviously days later, then it hit New York, didn't it? Watch for big news with a celebrity, a female with blonde hair, or the sheep. I'm going to get the cards out for the sheep. That's not normal. I'm getting number 17, guys. Very strong in this crystal ball tonight. And a big twist. And a big, big twist on the 13th. It's as if I want to say the USA is going to have their own 5th of November. Here comes Adam. I'm just live, Adam.
Right.
All right, son.
Right.
Get your fingers off me chocolate cake.
A little bit.
Yeah, you can have a little bit and then bring it over so I can show them. They're saying hi, Adam. I've got 2 birthday cakes, guys. I've got a one Adam got his, and then a one my daughter-in-law made with my granddaughter, and it's got chocolate cake, and it's got sweets on the top, and it's got American. My dad gave her them M&Ms with peanut butter in on the top. Just a little bit left. All right, son.
Right.
Good night, darling. If you're needing a cigarette, remember, go in the garden. He's just gone and attacked it. Oh, Lordy. Good night. So it's, we can't really see it. It's rather nice. Rather nice. Isn't that tin cute? Just how you would picture Christmas, isn't it? Right, what was I doing? Oh yeah. I was giving, as I put that crystal ball down, America is going to face their own 5th of November. Remember the 5th of November, guy folks. If you're outside with that cigarette, please. And shut the door. You should have your slippers on, Adam, because you'll catch cold out there. I don't know. I don't think it's a person in particular. I think it's just the whole thing. Something's about to kick off. Right, so I'm going to look at the sheep first. I don't even know. I haven't been watching the news, so I don't know what happened with the Idaho murders. That sounds really creepy. Can you fill us in about what happened there? You didn't stay out there very long, son.
Yeah.
It's nasty, isn't it? Good night. I've got a lovely friend called Jackie. She lives in Spain. She's very psychic. I don't know if she's watching in here tonight. She sometimes catches it up. And she rang us up the other day. I've got to tell you this. And she dreams true, like our dream stuff true. And she said, Louise, what does this dream mean? She said, it is horrible what you got. And her husband was mortified when she told him. I was gobsmacked. She said in the dream that people were running around panicking and there was a food shortage. And this man handed her a package and she opened the newspaper and it was his chopped off hand with dirty nails. And he was selling his hand for meat. Isn't that horrible? Isn't that really, really horrible? And I said, oh my God. I just had to tell you that. I know. Nasty, isn't it? So I looked into it with some cards and I felt it was, I'm not saying people are literally going to be chopping their hands off, but it was chopped off hands, what they do in the Middle East, don't they? In parts of the Middle East, they chop hands off for thieving. So I think that what Spirit was trying to show her in her dream was that people are going to become that desperate, there's going to be a food shortage. It's horrible, isn't it? Right, I want to see what's happening with these sheep. Give me a true answer, Michael. Four college kids in Idaho were living in the same house. 4 killed with a knife, 2 other not killed but were in a horse but didn't hear anything. We're in there. Well, it's obviously that's dodgy, isn't it? It's a male what's done it. Sheep. What's going on with the sheep in China? What, for 12 days we're walking around in a circle. Remember, we are evolving, the animals are evolving. And sometimes there's things out of this frequency, this 3D, makes people do things. And there was an energy what made them do that. This is what I'm getting from my guides to show us. The sheep are giving us a message. But it was a mind control. It's a sign. It's a sign of mind control manipulation. They're showing what they're doing to us. Does that make sense? So frequency has done that to them. Their higher selves has agreed to do that to show us. The animals are here as gifts for us. They have shown us this, what they are doing to us. So on the meat market, it sounds really creepy, this. It's like we think we are the higher selves. We are the intelligent ones, which are using the animals for the meat. But really, there's another source out there what was wanted us for the meat, on controlling we, getting rid of we
when necessary. So there is a white hat operation has manipulated, because remember the bad guys have the technology, the good guys have the technology. So the white hat operation, white hats did that to them to show us. It's a sign of what the baddies have been doing to us. Does that make sense? The sheep are shown were. They were walking in a circle. Everything's going to come around full circle. But was it a circle? Was it a circle? Could it have been a queue? Watch for them starting to walk into a line into the middle or to the outside. Because if they're going around and around and around, at some point they have to stop and they'll either all separate, or will they stop and then walk off into a line? But we've got the illusion card, what's come out. So it's something what's manipulating life. Okay? Because we are like transmitters. And the system is breaking. So the baddies are falling. Everything's been an illusion. They're shown where, Molly. They're shown where you can see it that way. But remember, everybody's awakening's different. And politics got brought into it. So it's got nothing really to do with politics. World leaders get brought in, manipulate, and can be brought in to change the system, which I believed what happened with Trump. I think he was brought in to change the system. I don't think he's the future, but I think he was brought in to change the system. LG, why are people waving their arm in the air and looking up, then going around in a circle, then drop dead? Where's that? Where's that? There's something about the collective consciousness is being manipulated. So it's a mirror. The sheep are showing us where we've been. And it's an illusion. We've been caught into an illusion. So your awakening might be different to somebody else's awakening. But it was done by the white hats to awaken with to what has been going on. I believe there's been a lot of cover-ups, Debbie Pop. There's been a mass amount of cover-ups, and I always believe that if people get away with things here, they do not get away with things when they go over, when they meet their maker, when they go over. I can assure you. This part of the physical existence is nothing to what comes after. But the sheep consented, their higher selves consented to do this. Everything is happening for a reason. I look at that and I see like the hysteria on media with everything. How everything's all shown, all false. I look at that and I see the Republican Party rebuilding and changing and becoming stronger. Sheeps are followers, so who are the leaders? They are foreign. There can be many different leaders. That's all. Many different leaders. Same penny, two different sides. It goes beyond politics. It's about
the whole thing to do with everything, the whole shebang. It's like we are being shown that we have to look within and become our own. This is a massive wake-up call, that we have to look within and become our own gods. And that's how you get your sovereignty back. It's got nothing to do with what side you're batting on politics or whatever. It's about self-empowering. Do you know what I mean? It's about we're self-empowering. So these are the younger generations coming in on both parties in America. You've got the young Democrats, you've got the young Republicans. They will lead the way, not the oldies. Oh, it's awful. And I mean, when you're looking into media and who owns the media, you know what I mean? And it just goes on and on and on. Like a show, really, just to wind what up. I want to say Kevin McCarthy is the last of the... I'm not saying he's part of the toxicity of the Republican far right, but he is going to be the picture. He's going to be the cover, the speaker of the one who will play the part and be in the middle to where it all changes. Watch everything change. Watch it massively change. I've said this for months. People have got annoyed with it. No, you know, you're wrong. I don't take great pleasure in... I just tell you what I see. I don't think he's going to always be the Speaker of the House, but there's going to be massive change and ructions on while he's in. Last of the old ways, yes. He's the last of the old ways. I try not to get too tied up because there's certain people that I'm not keen on and I've not held back from it. Like Margie Taylor Greene, I do not like. And I do not apologise for feeling that way. One of our latest videos was she was going on and on about there was some soldiers from Ukraine and she was shouting at them, being really nasty. She's not always going to be there. There's going to be laws what's going to change. She's not always going to be there. Things are going to change. Let's see what's going on with Carrie Lake. Because like I said, Carrie's not going to go away. Carrie's very misunderstood. There's more to Carrie. Okay. How do I put this? She wasn't meant to be governor, even though she was meant to be governor. There's a bigger picture coming in for her. And how Carrie comes over all brash, there is a soft side to Carrie. But she's on a mission. She's different to Marjorie. She's different. She's been sent here on a godly mission to put the roots in. I don't feel for 1 minute she's going to concede. She's strong-minded, pig-headed, whatever you want to call it. Carrie does have a political future, but she'll change. Carrie does have a political future. Look at that. But the media don't, I mean, the left media don't like her. But this woman's going places. Be it if you like her or you don't like her. She's going big places. God's watching her back. God's watching her back.
There's more to Carrie. And I think as you slowly watch
things unfold with the Republican Party, Carrie will start falling out with certain people. Carrie is there to change and to drain the swamp. I'm telling you. There's the Empress card. She's good. Now, the media might not have made her out to be good, but she's good.
Very powerful cards then. Very, very powerful cards. She hasn't blossomed
into what she's capable of doing good.
She has for the Arizona, but obviously that's been blocked. There's more. She hasn't blossomed into what she can do. There's more to Carrie. And opportunities will rise for her. There's a bigger plan than Governor for her. So that's interesting, isn't it? I've gone all prickly when I say that. But watch for big changes. Which one would be stronger politically? Candy Sowen seems to have got her own podcast and that, isn't she? She's doing really well there, Candy Sowen. They're both a force to be reckoned with, Agnes. Has she? Very smart woman. I just can't get away with Marjorie. Let's see what I can see. I just see her going out. There's something what's going to happen. There's going to be big fallouts. I'm seeing it. This is Marjorie's. Are you ready for this?
Marjorie's a younger soul.
Marjorie, I'm trying to be biased here, right, guys? My guides are saying she's a younger soul. She works more on emotions. She's not being guided right. And I mean, the Nine of Swords is not good. So I see a lot of problems ahead for Marjorie Taylor Greene. That, I'm getting turncoat. There's something I can't put my finger on. But she's coming out as a younger soul. She's got a lot of growth to do. She's not as intelligent as Carrie. There's a clean-up happening. Now, that's Carrie again, the darker-haired woman, and there's the mastery card.
It takes a lion to take down the cheetahs. But the lioness does all the work. There's going to be a lot of changes to come in the Republican Party.
Everything what's happening now is where it's meant to be. But is it the other girl? The Democrat, she was meant to get in. There's a bigger plan. Everything's where it needs to be. No. There's a different path she's going to go down, Agnes. Agnes has put, will Arizona go to the Republicans? No. Will Carrie Lake be able to prove? No. No. It's going to take a big turn. It's going to take a 360 turn. There's changes to come. Who is Omar? That's what I want to know. What's happening with Biden? I'm surprised he's still in. When I try and zone in with Biden, you know, I don't get his well. I keep seeing him on a stretcher. You know, I said that people were going on about Nancy Pelosi, and I says, oh, you've got nothing to worry about, she's not going to be there for much longer. I said that to you a month ago, didn't I? I don't get nothing much with them, really. I just think that it's not enough for the future for America. And I don't think he's going to be in long. Like, I didn't get a worry with Nancy Pelosi. I just thought, well, she's not going to be there for much longer. So, and I get that same feeling with Biden, President Biden. That's the feeling I'm getting. But you see, people say, no, take Biden away, but Democrats are still going to be in. And I think if anything happened to Biden, Kamala Harris would just go straight in. And I don't know what the process would happen from there, but that's what would happen. Now, I know there's been talks of Nancy Pelosi, you know, things like, oh, she's going to Gitmo and all of that. That's a load of bullshit. That's a load of bullshit, you know what I mean? She's just gone off to retire. Look after her husband with his funny head. But had an axe in the head or whatever. So she hasn't gone off to Gitmo, so that's a lie. That's not true. Off to be a grandma, that's what I'm being shown. I see Harris would step in. But I don't know, there would have to be more voting there to see what was what. I think what's happened with the hoo-ha with her husband, I think they don't want it anymore. Do you know what I mean? They're getting on. I mean, how old's Pelosi? She's in her 80s, isn't she? But if Harris is in, I don't think she would be in long. I don't know how the process would work there. Could there be more voting? Congress votes new vice president. Sorry, I've got the hiccups. There is some news to come out. I see a lot of arguments. There's a lot of ping pong backwards and forwards. And I keep getting Kevin McCarthy very strong. So there's a lot to come out around him. What does 82 mean? Pelosi is still in Congress but not Speaker, yeah. She just wanted that step back. So what I'm feeling very strongly is that watch for things to really unfold, but my guides are telling us that there's huge news. I mean, A2I came in and said there's massive news coming in with the White House. What could it be? I keep getting the song, Rising Up, Eye of the Tiger. Can you be a vice president after you've been a president? Anything's possible, Gary. See, I get Michelle Obama.
think we've heard the last of the Obamas. And watch for DeSantis to get more in the loop. Yeah, DeSantis. I see him on a stretcher. I mean, that does not mean he's going to die or anything like that. But I sort of see him on a stretcher. So maybe there's something not quite right with him. Do you know what I mean? But that's Kamala Harris. That's the woman with the dark hair. She's sitting in. But it's like a temporary thing. And I still see a woman with blonde hair. Ten of cauldrons. And look at that. There's a feminine energy to come in to the USA. But I don't know what side it is. But when the man stands in snow, we will know the truth. Chinese leader told Trudeau off at the... Oh, I can well imagine. He's very controlled, isn't he, Trudeau? Get like a robotic feeling with him. Always got like a robotic feeling. Amanda Grace had that vision as well, did she? I just think that it's the younger ones what's coming into play here. That's DeSantis. It's coming through really strong. I mean, I don't know how old DeSantis is, but I'll be honest with you, there's going to be a lot of scandals to come out around Trump, but it's weird when I'm getting, it's weird energy when I'm getting from him tonight. It's like I sort of see him like not even on planet. When I tried to zone in with him, like I can zone in with Biden's energy and DeSantis' energy. When I try to zone in on Trump, I don't even get his here. It's really weird. It's like his energy's not even here. It's up in the clouds. It's the most weirdest energy ever. I've never had that before. Weird. Look at that, guys. I've gone all creepy. We've got the Temperance card, right? That's like angelic. Angelic. But then we've got the Close card, which is like death and rebirth. So there's some big news coming in around him. There's some really big news. I do believe so, Marilyn, but not a bad one. He's Venus. He's from Venus. You could look at this many different ways, Hazeltine. It could be that he's protected. I got a very sort of... I didn't get like he was on world. And I'm not saying he's flying around in a spaceship, but it could be anything. Maybe he's sitting drunk in Mar-a-Lago, and I can't zone in with these.
I can't sort of zone in with his energy tonight, but it's really weird. Like he's not there type of energy. Like an ET sort of off-world energy I was getting. Really weird. Anyway, time will tell, because I think there's a lot of things to come out this next couple of weeks. And she keeps coming out. I don't know who she is. That's the old system falling. And that's another, that's always me DeSantis card. But that's the old system falling. Upside down tower's not very good. Trump doesn't drink. Well, he's not in his body tonight then. There's something not quite right. I'm picking up with him. I really don't know. Time traveler. I just really don't know. I'm just getting the weird feeling like I can't get him. But she keeps coming up. Powerful woman. Who is she? Pills? I don't think he ever takes them either, does he? He's not Jesus. Don't be silly. No, he's not Jesus. No way Donald Trump is Jesus. Trump's brother died from alcoholism, did he? That's the Trump card. King of Cups. And it came out upside down. Now you can look at that like Viking heritage, but like Scottish. It's got like a weird feeling with him. 8 of Cups, 8 of Wands. Something's going on at the minute around him. So you can't take the timing away because you've got the 8 and the 8. So there's some huge news coming out around him. And it's happening now as I speak. And it's not very good. Well, I did believe that, Debbie. I think that was one of the reasons they wanted him out the way. There's something big news coming out about him. Clarify. Then I'm going to have to go, ladies and gentlemen. It's 2:00 in the morning. I need to get this hot jumper off. I need to go and run in the garden with my pyjamas on and have a cold tab underneath the stars and have a look and see what's going on. What's going on? Why am I not picking up on Trump? So that too made sure his kids stayed out of ring too. So it's not that then. And it's not like it's really late over there in Florida, so he'll still be awake. What time will it be in Florida now? Said he's out of his depth or something. I'm not going to do a moaning in the garden. I'll frighten them away. They jumped out and I want to see what they are. Ace of Swords, 6 of Cups, Justice, ho ho ho. 3 of Swords, 6 of Cups, 3 days. 3 days. We'll take we into Wednesday. Something's going on. And it's Satan. Ace of Swords, huge, huge. I'm going to take that top card. More scandals. More scandals. One of his daughters, there's going to be some big news in around one of his daughters. One of his kids. There's going to be big news in around one of his kids. Stay safe, Debbie. Maybe it's his daughter in Jared Kushner. Jared Kushner. I've got the kids here, right? But that's his daughter. Even though it's coming out as a little girl, that's his daughter. There's something coming out. There's something. He's got a dark path to face. Yeah, Tiffany just got married, didn't she? It's more than that. And I see a man making a big announcement. There's something probably scandals to come out, and I don't know, I just got Kushner's face really, really strong, so watch for that. Well, it's going to be all right, but I don't know, I just got like a weird feeling. The Emperor card. It's like he's got something they want. And I don't know if they're going to come up with it or Trump's going to come out with it. It's like the shit's going to hit the fan very soon. And I don't know, like everything's going to come down at this something big to come out. Baron has a girlfriend, oh bless. And then, of course, Biden's granddaughter got married at the White House. It's going to be all right. I mean, you've got the World card and the 2 Emperors, because I've got 2 decks in here. Look at that. 2 different realities. 2 different realities. You just have to watch for it all slowly unfold. And like I say, I take it step by step. But there's something to come out, news into next week, and it's connected around Trump. So I'll leave that one with you. And it's not just anything, it's something quite big. So I'll leave that one with you. So I hope that's helped there, guys. Yeah, Ivanka said she would not be involved with politics. I don't blame her, like, dearie me. I don't think any of his family, and I said that a few weeks ago, I don't think any of his family wanted him to run. They're fed up with it. I'll look into that. They've got some nasty technology what's out there. Like I say, the technology could be used for good or bad. Ivanka will be a Democrat, but not yet. Or an outward Democrat, but not yet. And she could run into 2028. But lots to happen between now and then. I was going to pull one out for the collective, for us. That's interesting. We've got the King of Wands. We're trying to get balance, and we've got the upside down 5 in the middle, and we've got the Temperance. So it's like we need to take note of how we're feeling. We need to, everything's frequency, everything's energy. So look after ourselves, what we're putting into our body, try to get that balance, try to be around nature. I mean, honestly, the drama, what's going to come in the US politics over the next year, between now and Christmas even, is going to be just... And there's a global thing to come out as well, you know, which could be like this problem I told you about, the North Korea, South Korea thing, or some big news there with China. We just haven't got to get caught. We've just got to... It's not like you're sticking your head in the sand. We're just not getting pulled into it. Happy Turkey Day, yeah. Because there's so much deceit, what needs to be uncovered. There's so much, so many shenanigans what's been going on. It's going to take a time. It's going to take a time to sort the mess out.
That's Kamala Harris again. I just think it's like we're in the middle of it all and we just need to just look after us. Just take each day as it comes. Like I always say, take it slowly, like sliced bread. Yeah, I do believe that. But I just think that just watch this space, watch things unfold, and just try not to worry about stuff. I'm getting Archangel Michael coming in with his sword, and he's placing like a cloak of protection around you all. And keep grounded, that's what he's saying. And watch the skies. Keep grounded and watch the skies. Because the veil's lifting, guys. We're seeing... It doesn't matter about aliens. You don't... Right, you haven't got to say that. You've just got to... You're looking at souls now, not as people's faces. We're looking who's good and who's bad. And this is on an everyday level. It's like everything what's happened in the media over the last year or so, what we've been going through, it's preparing we for we've got to use our gut feelings instead of looking outside for answers. I'm doing this podcast to tell you that each and every one of you can do it. You just got to look within. Look within. Does that make sense? Because this show, this pantomime is about to change. And I'm going to leave that one with you. And I hope I've helped you there. And I'll see you again soon. I'm off to make a hot chocolate and get my pyjamas on and go in my garden. And if you see any sightings, let us know. And if you want any more healing circles done, we'll do more. We could do a prayer one next week if you want. We could do healing circles. We can do whatever you want. I'm open to suggestions. You let me know. Because sometimes it can get a bit monotonous when it's always about politics. Do you know what I mean? There's a reason we are in this circle tonight. There's a reason where we can all help each other. One more thing I need to tell you is before I go. You've been looking and hoping and wondering who the white hats are. Just look in the mirror. Because that's what yous are. Don't give your power away. And I'll leave that one with yous. Good night, take care, God bless. And I'm off to make a cup of cocoa. Good night, dears. See you soon. Bye. Now, how do I get out of here? I'll see you soon. Bye now.